Hey boys and girls, I haven't been able to upload a new book for a few days because my phone messed up. Technology, right? Sometimes there's things that we can't control. But because of that, I'm going to record a couple books today and a couple books tomorrow and a couple books on Wednesday, and we will be caught up. Today I picked Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. That's what I felt like last week. I didn't have a phone for 3 days. It was not easy. I couldn't text people. I couldn't do my videos for you. It was hard. Just think about how you would feel if you didn't have any of your toys. That's how I felt. Here's Alexander. This is a very old book. Remember we talked about different things in the front of our books, and this is copyrighted 1972. Some of your parents weren't even born. Okay. It says, I went to sleep with gum in my mouth, and now there's gum in my hair. And when I got out of bed this morning, I tripped on the skateboard, and by mistake, I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running, and I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. He does not look happy. At breakfast, Anthony found the Corvette Stingray car kit in his breakfast cereal box, and Nick found a junior undercover agent code ring in his breakfast cereal box. But in my breakfast cereal box, all I found was breakfast cereal. I think I'll move to Australia. In the carpool, Mrs. Gibson let Becky have a seat by the window. Audrey and Elliot got seats by the window too. I said I was being squished. I said I was being smushed. I said if I don't get a seat by the window, I'm going to be car sick. No one even answered. They're all packed in there. I could tell this was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. At school, Mrs. Dickens liked Paul's picture of the sailboat better than my picture of the invisible castle. He has nothing on his paper. It's invisible. At singing time, she said I sang too loud. At counting time, she said I left out 16. I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. He says, who needs 16? I could tell because Paul said I wasn't his best friend anymore. He said that Philip Parker was his best friend and that Albert Mayo was his next best friend and that I was only his third best friend. I hope you sit on a tack, I said to Paul. I hope next time you get a double-decker strawberry ice cream cone that the ice cream part falls off the cone part and lands in Australia. He was not happy. There were 2 cupcakes in Philip Parker's lunch bag, and Albert got a Hershey bar with almonds, and Paul's mother gave him a piece of jelly roll that had a little coconut sprinkle on the top. Guess whose mother forgot dessert? It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. The pictures in this book kind of do the whole 2 pages together, so I'll try to show you both, but they kind of go together. That is what it was because after school, my mom took us all to the dentist and Dr. Fields found a cavity just in me. Come back in the next 2 weeks and I'll fix it, said Dr. Fields. Next week, I said, I'm moving to Australia. Look at his face. This is why we got to brush our teeth. Make sure they stay strong so we don't have cavities. On the way downstairs, the elevator door closed on my foot, and while we were waiting for my mom to go get the car, Anthony made me fall where it was muddy. And when I started crying because of the mud, Nick said I was a crybaby. The elevator closed on his foot, and then he fell in the mud, and his brothers are calling him names. And while I was punching Nick for saying crybaby, my mom came back with the car and scolded me for being muddy and fighting. So he got in trouble for beating up on his brother. I'm having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day, I told everybody. No one even answered. Poor kid. Poor Alexander. Oh, here's all the boys. So then we went to the shoe store to buy some sneakers. Anthony chose white ones with blue stripes. Nick chose red ones with white stripes. I chose blue ones with red stripes. But then the shoe man said, we're all sold out. They made me buy plain old white ones, but they can't make me wear them. So he didn't get the shoes he wanted. They were all sold out. We picked up my dad at his office, and he said I couldn't play with his copy machine, but I forgot. He also said to watch out for the books on his desk, and I was careful as I could, except for my elbow. He also said don't fool around with his phone. But I think I may have called Australia. My dad said, please don't pick him up anymore. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. It's a mess. There were lima beans for dinner, and I hate limas. And there was kissing on TV. I hate kissing. My bath was too hot. I had got soap in my eyes, and my marble went down the drain. I had to wear my railroad train pajamas, and I hate my railroad train pajamas. When I went to bed, Nick took the pillow he said I could keep, and the Mickey Mouse nightlight burnt out, and I bit my tongue. The cat went to sleep with Anthony and not with me. It has been a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. My mom said some days are like that. There's his brothers in the bunk bed. Even in Australia. People in Australia have bad days too. We all have bad days, grown-ups and kids. Everybody has bad days. However, how you respond to those bad days is what's important. When you have a bad day, if you have a brother or sister that's being mean to you, or you're frustrated about some of your schoolwork you're having to do at home, or it's yucky outside and you just want to go play outside, or you just want to see your friends and you can't. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to be angry. But it's not okay to take it out on someone else. And it's not okay to act like a crazy person. Sometimes we just have to be mad for a minute. Maybe write it down in a journal. Or talk about it with a mom or dad or a big brother or sister. Maybe see if you can call a friend and talk to them. But you should never hurt someone because of how you're feeling. And you should never be mean just because you're having a bad day. We all make mistakes. We all have bad days. But we all have great days too. So, have a great day today. And I will see you guys soon. Mwah. Bye.